Hey Internet, it's Jesse here at Ish Guitars. Today we are playing the Spector Euro LT, God it's a mouthful, Fishman Fluence Limited Edition. It's the longest title I've ever spoken
that was
on
like
camera.
4 times.
I know, that was my 4th try by the way. Jay's here, we cracked some Coronas since it's coronavirus season. And we are going to play this bass against your typical Spector Euro LX. We're going to play all the pickup positions, all the different tones in both of these guys. We're going to put timestamps down below in the description for you, so you can click right back and forth and hear these guys back to back. So go ahead and do that and then catch up with us on the flip side, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the details of both these guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey! Yeah, let's do this. I don't want your lips, the Corona lips. There we go.
Corona butts only. Mm-hmm. And we're back.
Yes. Welcome.
So, what did you think about the difference between these two? Leave comments, tell us what you think. What do you think is what I want to know.
That thing has a whole lot of sound in it. Obviously, like most of the stuff we showcase, right? It's a pretty wide range of options.
Yeah.
It's got such a wide range with the classic sound that you have. Is you're straight ahead. Like when I grew up and ever played bass, which is not all the time, but that was what I kind of heard. Like, and then we started getting into the more like preamps and stuff when I remember being a kid, where you'd actually have active stuff and full range. But like,
you make it sound like you're really old.
I mean, I like the classic sound.
Active electronics came out in the 70s, right?
Yeah, but they weren't in every bass like.
For sure.
Not that I could afford, we'll say. Anyways, the full range stuff is probably my favorite spot, right in the middle.
So the center, just active,
which
full
is
range.
Is everything, both pickups.
So the way that this switch works, Jay's touching on right now, is in the center position. This is active, full range, they call it. So it's just, full frequency. I'm not going to call it flat because I'm sure there's some sort of EQ in there.
Yeah.
But I'm running the preamp all flat and stuff like that. So that's kind of your general range. On your classic setting up here, this actually goes to passive. So you end up with a classic, very Fendery, darker P bass, J bass type of sound. And then this way, you get a scooped, like kind of hi-fi EQ type of thing. Very, very modern.
The slap stuff sounded great for some of the scoop.
Right, of course. So the slap stuff sounded awesome on the scoop stuff, of course. The center position I did think sounded good. Mm-hmm. The classic, I was so, to be honest with you. Like, with both pickups, I really kind of didn't like it. It sounded almost too
a little darker,
like busy. It was just, it didn't have any specific like tonal quality to me.
Yep.
But when you put it on the classic setting, on the neck pickup only, or either of the pickups really, either of the individual pickups.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a great tone.
Yeah.
But here, it's just not the same. I don't know. It just, for some reason.
But you want variety. That's what you get.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. But just me personally, I really, really like that classic neck P-bassy kind of tone. I thought it sounded really awesome on everything. So what's a little bit interesting about this is it's a system of electronics. You have the pickups. You have this tone shaping switch.
Voice
switch.
Something.
I think is what they call it officially. And then this is actually a Fishman EQ as well. So it's not like it's combined with an Aguilar preamp or an EMG preamp or something.
All Fishman.
It's all Fishman through and through. It's, you know, a unique, it's a fully thought out system is basically what I'm trying to say. Kind of interesting. Now, between the two of these basses, obviously this is super cool, super fresh. The voicings are really cool, lots of versatility. But does it beat this bass, the classic Spector PJ EMG combo that Spector is known for?
It's hard. That's super hard.
What's super hard?
It's super hard to kind of figure out.
Oh, okay, just checking.
Oh my gosh. It's tricky though, because like, obviously the low B helps with if you need the low B in your life.
I'm without the fifth string.
Right. I know. This obviously appeals to me as a true studio bass.
Right.
Way different sounds than that one. So that's one of those things. If you are a diehard on some of the voice, like switching stuff, you could use this obviously for live gigs. I would probably lean towards the simplicity of this because it's just 2 volumes and some EQ.
Right. Tonally.
Tonally,
which one would sit better with a band?
This one's still the winner for that.
Think so?
I mean, the reason is just because in like a live situation, you can do so much active EQ changes on the fly, which you still have great tone out of this Spector as well. But if it's one of those things where like your amp's not sitting in the mix at all, or you're cut out in the club you're in, you can do so much voicing changing, start bumping stuff.
That's true. Those voices really are wild.
Yeah.
You know, with no EQ added. Obviously, you can. Right. I see what you're saying. You can EQ this, but this you can actually change the voice and then the EQ. It's a whole other layer.
So you have way more variety. Is for a live situation.
I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I will agree with you. The Spector. I would say this though. This bass to me doesn't. I want to be careful saying this, but I want to say it doesn't necessarily sound like a Spector.
Yes.
If you're the guy that's looking for that classic Spector sound, which a lot of guys are, you know, the PJ EMG with a HasLab or a tone pump or an Aguilar is their classic tone. I wouldn't really say that their classic tone is actually in this bass necessarily. I think it does sound like a Spector overall. You know, you get the sound of the body and the woods and all that stuff, but I'm not sure if I'd say it's that very specific type of classic Spector sound. So that's the one thing I would say. You know, I think that this is the kind of bass where if you're already a Spector guy, you're gonna be like, oh hell yeah, I want one of these, because like you already got one of these, and you want to add one of these to your collection. If you're like, hey, I'm a diehard, I've always wanted a Spector, I love their tone, I want the classic Spector tone, this might not be it. I think it gets you 80% of the way there. But it might not be exactly that. That's my one.
How much do you think changes like the snappiness with that fretboard?
Ebony, so that's one thing to note. That's a good call actually, is that this bass does have an ebony fretboard on it. That one has a rosewood board. You know, ebony gives you quite a good amount of snap when you have it in that fretboard and a little bit of zinginess, which I think you definitely hear in the active settings on this bass for sure. Interestingly, on the classic voicing, you don't hear any zinginess whatsoever. It's dark. So, you know, but that does, I agree, affect the side-to-side comparison of these two basses. Otherwise, the rest of the tone woods are actually very, very similar. Maple on the top, maple neck, slice of walnut. This one has ash body on it. You know, pretty similar basses overall. So, in conclusion, this is a great bass. These electronics are killer. It's
a real limited edition.
This is a true limited edition, but, and this is very important, we are building a limited run. Did I tell you about this yet?
No.
We're building a limited run of USA Spector basses that have a full Fishman EQ system and Fluence system in them, but will have zero Cody tops, 3-piece sandwich bodies, and Pale Moon ebony boards. With and a bunch of other crazy stuff, lumen lay and all these different things.
When?
They're going to be insane.
Soon? Christmas?
I'm so excited. No, not as soon as Christmas, unfortunately. The Spector shop's working on them now. It's been in progress for over a year that we've been trying to get the woods together and stuff. They're going to be really sick. I posted a little teaser photo the other day on our Instagram story, but they're going to crush. They're in prototype right now. Expect those early 2021, mid 2021, somewhere around in their first quarter, second quarter 2021.
Yeah.
They're going to be so sick. I'm telling you, this is the first time Spector's done anything like this. It's a lot of stuff that's been up in my brain for a long time. And the new guys at Korg were like, yeah, I guess we could do that. And we figured out the details. It's going to be nuts.
That works. That works.
All right, subscribe, comment below. Let us know what you think between the two of these guys. Which one you think would work better for you. Any questions that you have, please, please, please ask. We're happy to answer. We're always around. And stay in touch. Look for the next video. See you guys.